This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
It is 10:06 at WPSL 1590, Talk of the Treasure Coast, worldwide on TuneIn. And welcome to Real Estate Sales Talk, Miret Team Live with Chris and Christine. Or it should be Christine and Chris. Huh?
I like it.
Absolutely correct on that.
No argument here, Greg.
So how you doing?
We're great.
We're doing wonderful. We're very excited for our first show. And, we've known you, Greg and Carol, for more than 20 years. So we're very, very excited to actually come in and let our presence be known here and start this great show. So our initial show, we're very excited. We have a wonderful guest we'll get to a little bit later, and we're very excited to get started.
Well, I know your parents were probably about the first people we met 30 years ago.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we bought WPSL in May of 93, and yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a funny story and how we're sitting here in front of you today. So Christine joined
Yeah. I
real
don't know
estate
how
team.
this got turned around on me, but I was calling all of Chris and Karen's past clients, and I stumbled across Greg and Carol Wyatt. So I reached out, and Carol answered, and we had a great conversation. I was just trying to list your house, so if you want to sell, let's make that happen. And then I end up here on a radio show. So
He's a great salesman, that's for sure.
Yeah.
If you can get us $500,000, you got it.
Well, we can run a free market evaluation for you, Greg.
Oh, my. Sure. Well, tell us about yourselves.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Christine Stone Cipher. Maiden name is Cornell. So Christine Cornell. I was born and raised here on the Treasure Coast. I was actually born in Stuart, Florida.
No way, a native?
Yep, a native Floridian. I was born at Mart Memorial. Remember when it was called Mart Memorial?
Sure.
Yep. So the downtown location there. And I grew up probably about 6-7 years in the Jensen Beach area. I went to Jensen Beach Elementary, which is pretty cool because my 10-year-old is getting ready to graduate from 5th grade there tomorrow.
Very cool.
So, and my brother went to Jensen Beach Elementary. I think he was the first class that actually went to that school, and they've built a whole new school, so it's pretty amazing. Then I moved to Port St. Lucie. We moved to Port St. Lucie. My parents owned a couple of furniture stores. They owned Cornell. Well, Port St. Lucie Furniture was the first one. That was on US 1 by Prima Vista Boulevard. And then they opened one in Sebastian called Cornell Furniture. So my parents were in the furniture business for many decades, yes. And they always told me, don't get into sales. And they told my brother the same thing. And both of us are in sales. So it's just in our blood.
And you were at Scripps for a while.
I was. So I went to John Carroll High School. I graduated there in 1991. That's actually where Chris went as well. So we'll talk about more of that in a few. But I graduated high school, and I was working 2 jobs, Publix and an air conditioning company. And I ended up getting introduced to someone that worked at the Tribune. At that time, it was owned by Freedom Communications. Their main location was in Orange County, California.
Was Maureen there at the time?
Maureen was not there at that time. A gentleman by the name of Rutledge was the publisher.
Oh, sure.
Remember Rutledge?
Yeah.
So I worked there, and then Maureen came in to get Freedom, that location, ready to be purchased by Scripps. And she did an amazing job networking, getting us out there, building that brand. And then Scripps bought us out. So I became a manager at the age of 24. I ran the Port St. Lucie location, and then furthered my career, went over St. Lucie County. We ended up getting purchased by Gannett. But prior to that, we spun off and we were JMG, Journal Media Group, for about 14 months. So they spun off the print and the digital side. So
there you go.
Yeah. So then I worked for Gannett. I had a media career, advertising marketing, for 29 years and 11 months before I joined the Miret Team.
How can you do that? You're only 30.
I'm actually 39.
Oh.
And as far as myself, I'm originally born right in the Boston area. My parents moved down here when I was 4, so I started school down here. And I also graduated from John Carroll. I was 1 year ahead of Christine in 1990. We actually dated in high school. And then
No way.
We
we
did. You
dated
didn't
in
know.
high
Really?
school.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
Yes, we did. And then I went away to college at University of Georgia. I came back and I joined my mother in real estate in 1995. And that's when we started the Miret Team. My mother, was a big top producer here in the area, and I joined her. And so 28 years later, here we are. And I'm very happy to have Christine on board. She joined me in January
of just this past January. And actually, funny story, Chris sold my first house.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
In Port St. Lucie.
Yes, well, when she was married, and then we reconnected. Our 2-year anniversary for us being back together is this coming Sunday. So
Wow.
Yes, so that's a little personal information on us. And
So now you celebrated, I know, in Miami with royalty.
yes.
Sir Charles?
Sir Charles Barkley. We saw him at our hotel.
He's a good friend. Yeah.
He could not be more gracious. We had a conversation for probably 10 minutes with him, and just very involved. Asked where we're from, our names, and how we were enjoying the city. When I told him I was a Boston Celtics fan, he had some choice words for me as they were down 3-0 at that time. We've since come back and won a game, and hopefully we will win another one tonight. But yes, just very gracious, and he was nice enough to have a photo taken with us as well.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Well, that's very interesting because I'm just trying to think. 95. Yeah. Well, we would have been here a couple of years.
Yep.
When you started with your mom.
Absolutely.
Now your dad had was it a
Sunshine Carpet
business?
Cleaning. Yes.
Yes, for years.
Absolutely.
And I remember him when we were doing high school football. He was assistant coach of John Carroll.
Yep. Yeah, he was very involved, with the football program. He led the booster club while we were there. And my brother graduated in 1993 from John Carroll. He took over Sunshine Carpet Cleaning, and now he has a mold remediation business as well. So he's really grown the business since he took that over from my father. And Dad was very involved with our athletic career while we were in high school.
I think we may have done some of your brother's games.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Yeah, that was definitely exciting. And
Wow.
So after joining Mom, we definitely, the Miret Team, we've had a great career. We've helped over 3,000 clients over the last 28 years, and we're very proud of our track record of helping people and putting buyers and sellers in their dream homes.
That's amazing. It's just too bad Port St. Lucie's not growing very fast.
Only in the top 5 in the country. I know we're underachieving right now.
Oh, I think we talked about it when we met a couple of weeks ago. Dr. Jerry Parrish's predictions for this place are mind-boggling.
Yes.
I mean, Port St. Lucie at 750,000 people is truly mind-boggling.
Absolutely, and we definitely have the land mass to accommodate that many people with so much undeveloped land, which we're starting to see become developed.
Oh, Carol and I were driving to an event. It was a businesswomen's fashion show, and we were driving down Becker Road, and all of a sudden, past Tesoro is all this development.
Yes.
And I'm going, oh my goodness, what in the world is this?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we're very excited. As soon as we signed on for this radio show, the first guest, which we're so honored to have, she was the first person that I thought of, and I'm so honored that she accepted our invitation. Thank you, Christine, to be our first guest on the show. Deb Doherty. She is a real active realtor with Barron Real Estate. She's also the founder and CEO of DDS for Vets, which is Dedicated Devoted Solutions for Veterans, and also the CEO and founder of the National Veterans Alliance, which is absolutely amazing, the work that she is doing for our veterans, which we all owe everything for. And I was fortunate enough and very honored that she invited me to be a member of the National Veterans Associate Alliance, and so that so I'm a very proud member of it. For myself personally, the veterans, my grandfather was in World War II. My cousin is an active Green Beret, active duty Green Beret, so I've always had the utmost respect for veterans and what they do and how we owe everything, our freedom, everything we have to them. And Deb is an absolute champion. So Deb, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about yourself and how you founded these wonderful these corporations.
Well, first of all, you guys are amazing, and your mom's a legend.
Yes,
Yes,
she is.
I've known her
She
for many
is.
moons, and she is. She's just absolutely awesome. And my granddaughter just graduated from John Carroll this past
Oh my
Holy
goodness!
smokes.
Yeah, I
So
remember seeing
kudos
the
to
pictures.
John Carroll
Yes.
because they
Go Rams.
their
Yes.
education academic is just absolutely incredible.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we're so pleased that you're actually one of our ambassadors, both of you at National Veterans Alliance. And I started National Veterans Alliance because I was very concerned being in the real estate industry since 1982. Our veterans really, I didn't feel were getting the service that they were supposed to be getting.
Yeah.
And especially too the past couple years with all the bidding wars and everything
Yes.
like that, it just knocked them out of the park.
Yeah.
And me personally, I did not like that.
Agreed.
But, so I thought, okay, I have DDS for vets, which is a Veterans Resource Center. And I thought, you know what, I'm in real estate. Let's go ahead and figure out something that we can help them with the real estate. Let's help them with their closing costs, anything that we can give. We're all in business to make money. Yes, we do need to make money. However, if we can give back to the veterans, they deserve it, they
Yes.
earn it. And plus, too, if they go for a VA loan, they have earned that benefit. It's
Yes, they
not
have.
given.
No.
Yeah.
They have earned it.
Yep.
And so for that reason, I went ahead and I hooked up with Karen Vaughn, Fairway Mortgage, and so many of you on the Treasure Coast know Karen Vaughn. She lost her son in 2011, Aaron. He was on SEAL Team 6 and lost his life. And so she started Operation 300. And so we decided to just mastermind together, and what can we give back
Yes.
for the veterans? So I decided to go ahead and reach out to certain particular real estate agents that have more than just that commission check. They have a purpose. They want that purpose. And what greater purpose than to help our veterans and first responders?
Yes.
So we're getting together, and what we're doing is just giving X amount of dollars back to the veteran to put toward their closing cost
Yes.
or something that they need. And it's so little, but it means so much.
Right.
And we
Absolutely.
really need to have them know that we're here. Also, too, by 2025, they're looking at 72,000, and I'll say it again, 72,000 retired veterans are heading to Florida
Wow.
Whoa.
Unbelievable.
by 2025. And I actually talked to somebody from DC, and they thought that number was a little bit on the low side.
Wow.
So I'm saying that conservatively.
Yes. Well, it's
So,
exciting that
yeah.
that many veterans want to make Florida their home, and we are ready to welcome them, to our wonderful state, and obviously help them in any way we possibly can.
Exactly, and that's why I started this now, so that we can go ahead and we'll be all set up for when they're here.
Yes.
It's not testing or we're all set up and we're ready
Absolutely.
to go. And we've all been in the industry for so long
Yes.
anyway. I mean, we know what we're doing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, there was a story on NBC Nightly News about last night about how Florida leads the nation in move-ins.
Yes.
Yes.
And Texas is next, but it's a huge difference.
Influx.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then my old state is number one of move outs.
Yes, yeah, okay. Obviously that's California.
Oh, brother. Yeah. And there's more move outs in California than move ins into Florida. So, I mean, it's like there's like a mass exodus out there.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, we're definitely seeing that. And I know from the real estate aspect, we've seen in our area, it's almost been 50-50 from the Northeast moving down and from down south, meaning Fort Lauderdale and Miami, moving up. So we've always had that. And now we're starting to see even more from the Northeast coming down because of the tax benefits that Florida does offer and the affordability compared to what they're paying up there. You get so much more of a house, and which is fantastic, especially for veterans, that they are able to have a great house, great, as far as price, what you get here compared to down south. It's really fantastic, the area we're in.
Well, I know just riding up with the IRSC basketball team on the Turnpike, and you start seeing, it's probably around Fort Lauderdale, these developer signs like Lennar and people like that. Come to Port St. Lucie for affordable housing. See our development up there, and it's really funny. I kind of laugh as we're going by, but it's so true.
It is true.
Absolutely
is.
You
just get so much more for your money in the Port St. Lucie area, and there's so much now going on there, and I think there's so much opportunity, especially like Chris lives in the Verano area, which how many? Yeah. Oh, you do too.
Yeah, that's my neighbor. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So maybe we'll see you at pickleball if we ever get on the courts. I did buy my shoes. So
I'll have my chair watching. Yeah. I'll cheer you on.
Thank you. But yeah, it's a great development. There's so much opportunity there. I'm excited to see like what different restaurants come into the area, and because there's a lot of people out there, and we have a lot of hungry people and people ready to go out there and shop and spend money.
But there's something else I want to mention too. The Treasure Coast, Port St. Lucie, is a great area for veterans for job opportunity, business opportunities. Fort Pierce is the hub. And meaning that for the veterans, the government, it's a great area for government contracted jobs.
Okay.
Fort Pierce is the hub.
Interesting.
And that's huge. And that's something that definitely, Chris, we want to get out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the opportunities are just endless. And again, that's where DDS for Vets comes in as well, because we have those services and we've partnered with so many different people that we're able to go ahead and guide them right through that process.
Absolutely. And then having the SEAL Museum in Fort Pierce is just what an honor to have.
It's a classic.
Amazing facility here. My son, who graduated from University of Miami last year, is getting ready to start at Stetson Law School. While he graduated from Vero Beach High School, he did 2 years where he volunteered in the summers at the SEAL Museum, and he just was taken by it. And he just really started, and he actually started a foundation where he was giving his Students for Soldiers support group. So he started his own charitable foundation while he was in high school, giving to veterans, and they're given to active duty, getting care packages to the troops when they were over serving. And he actually won an award for being philanthropic. So that's another reason I brought my son up that way.
That
we
is so
give back
cool
to the veterans, and every time we ever saw an active duty veteran in the airport or traveling, he would always walk up and say thank you for your service since he was a little kid. So that's something that I'm very proud that I passed on, that appreciation to the veterans.
So you're saying he graduated from the University of Miami?
He did. He graduated.
They do ever graduate?
Yes.
Well, I was just questioning. I mean,
I have the tuition bills to prove it. So yes, he actually worked this past year, and now he's very ready to get back to being a student again for 3 more years.
There you go. Well, hey, nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. So that's very exciting. And so Deb, why don't we talk a little bit more about what the National Veterans Alliance, what are we doing, and some of the items that we're doing to give back to the veterans specifically?
So what we're doing is, first we're reaching out to the different bases throughout the country, so that when the veteran, they transfer, I don't care if it's Colorado, Montana, wherever, I'll have a real estate agent that we've screened and is part of National Veterans Alliance, and we'll go ahead and send them to that agent, only because we know they're going to be well taken care of. I mean, you all have just heard Chris talking about how he's raised his kids, and I'm going to tell you, that's what we're looking for. I mean, Chris and both of you are just such quality people, and that's what makes it nice, and it gives us the confidence to refer the veterans to you. But Fairway Mortgage, what they're doing is they're either discounting or they're removing their processing fee. There's little things like that to help. I've had a couple other mortgage companies that said that they would go ahead and remove their processing fee. We have the title companies. Of course, you can't do anything with a promulgated rate.
Right.
Yeah.
That's solidified, but you can do something with the closing fee.
Yes, you can.
And that's usually anywhere from $4.95 to $6.95.
Yeah.
I'm not talking give $25 off. It's
Right.
let's get it down.
Absolutely.
So now we have title companies that will charge anywhere from $125 to $200. That's the type of discount. I myself am giving $1,000 every transaction that I do or I send out to the field. I'm giving $1,000 minimum
Right.
Wow.
to
Wow.
that veteran to help with their closing costs.
That's awesome.
And that's exactly the number that I was going to be doing as well, is
Awesome.
$1,000 towards the veteran, and then obviously, because every bit helps, and they deserve it. They've earned it with their blood, sweat, and tears, by keeping us the freest country in the world. So it's the least we can do is to give back, and every dollar adds up, and anything we can do to help them is the
Right.
most important thing.
Yeah.
So you mentioned what, a cousin is a SEAL?
He is a Green Beret.
Green Beret.
Yeah, he's out
So
of
he couldn't
tested
get
for it.
into the Air Force.
He wanted to be in the nitty gritty. He knew I had a great
Sorry, I'm Air Force. Oh,
That hurt.
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure that he knows you said that, and he'll know where to find you. He's a
knows where we
sweetheart.
live.
He's an absolute sweetheart. One of my great uncles, one of our great uncles, Justin and I's great uncle, was a Green Beret as well, and. My uncle Justin's father had a picture of him, my Uncle Tony, in his Green Beret with the beret, and he always had that in his home. So Justin, from an early age, he played college football, and after he got into the corporate world, said, not for me. I need to go protect the country, and he went out, and he dove head first right in. He goes, I want to be Special Forces, and he's there. So thank God we have him, because
Yes, thank God.
These special forces and all the veterans, what they do for us, it's unbelievable.
The sacrifices are amazing.
Oh, they're amazing.
I mean,
They are.
their family and the sacrifices of their family, their wives and their kids. I mean, it's not to be taken for
And
granted
that's
at all.
that's who's forgotten in the mix.
Yes.
It's the family, it's the children.
And what they have to
Absolutely.
do, and they're back here and they're worried and they're raising. It's just it's a huge commitment and very, very much appreciated.
All right. Well, hey, it's time for Florida State News. Let's take a quick break, and we will be back. Wow, this is a fast-moving show. Welcome to Miret Team Live, Real Estate Talk.
Hello, I'm Chris.
And I'm Christine with the Miret Team of Keller Williams Realty.
Looking for a knowledgeable and trustworthy real estate agent? Look no further than the Miret Team.
With 28 years experience and over 3,000 satisfied clients, we are committed to helping you navigate the complex real estate market.
The Miret Team is the perfect partner for all of your home buying and selling needs.
Contact us for a free home market evaluation or visit our website, miretteam.com. That's MIRETTEAM.com.
Time right now is 10:30. Time for Florida State News. It's 10:33 at WPSL 1590. Talk of the Treasure Coast. You're on Real Estate Sales Talk with the Miret Team. Christine and Chris, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
So I just want to mention, too, that my brother was in the Army. So he was frontline. He was stationed actually over in Aschaffenburg, Germany. So I had
Where?
Aschaffenburg.
Gesundheit. Where in the world is that?
I don't know. Somewhere in Germany.
Yeah.
But I was there when I was 14, and the Berlin Wall was still up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough to go over there with my parents, and my brother got married over there.
Wow.
Yes. So he has a son that was born in Germany. So my brother became fluent in German.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. It was pretty cool. So he served as well, so I want to make sure that I honor him. My grandfather also served, and I have a cousin that is currently active as well. So
Wow, that's great.
yeah, a lot of military in my family. So Deb, before we went to the break in the news, we were talking about what the wonderful work that you do. So there's a lot of opportunities coming up. I think there's one this Saturday even. So we want to talk a little bit about some of your events that you have coming up for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, that would be
Perfect.
great. Thank you. So this Saturday at the Pelican Yacht Club in Fort Pierce, John Jacobs Construction is actually sponsoring and putting that on. Colonel Jill Chambers is a 9/11 survivor. She actually was in the Pentagon at that time, and she helped them out during that 9/11 attack. And she is now a national speaker on PTSD.
So she was in the building during
She
the
was at the
attack?
Pentagon. Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
brother. Oh.
And she helped them out. And it's just incredible if you Google Colonel Jill Chambers. It's amazing. Her background is just absolutely amazing.
Excellent.
She is actually married to Michael Richards, who's a well-known country singer back in the 90s. I can't remember the name of the song, but everyone played it at their wedding if you got married in the 90s.
I'll
What
look that
kind?
up.
What kind of music?
Oh, country music.
Never heard
yeah.
of it. Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry
when I
about
looked
that.
it up, I recognized the songs. You will too. So that's from 10 to 3. Pop in, say hello. I'll be there. Our K9 advisor, our K9 trainer, Mike Colton, will be there. As you know, DDS for Vets, we raise funds and we give fully working service dogs to veterans in need. And they range
Nice.
anywhere from $21,000 to $60,000. Mike Colton, amazing guy. He's still with the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Department, and he had the K9. He had trained their dogs.
Excellent.
And Chief Richard Del Toro, as he calls Colton, the legend. So
Wow,
he
that's
will
high
be
praise
there. That is.
from an
That
amazing
is.
man, Richard. Yes.
Yeah, so we're very excited. So I'll be from 10 to 3. Pop in. Lunch will be served. We're really going to have some really great speakers. We have a Navy SEAL Special Ops guy that's coming in, and we're very excited to be able to have him, and he'll be speaking for a little bit. So very informative. And
Yeah.
again, come and go when you want. But if you know somebody or you yourself are battling PTSD, there is help out there. There's not a
Yes.
cure,
Yeah.
but there are programs out there that we know help, and you will actually hear it from the veterans that have gone through the program.
Absolutely.
There is a documentary by Michael Geyer, who's an actor producer out in LA, and it's interviewing all the veterans with the PTSD, what programs have worked. It is fabulous. Matter of fact, at Christ Fellowship a year ago, we had 100 guys come in and watch this 2.5-hour documentary, and there wasn't a dry eye
I could imagine.
in there.
Absolutely.
So with that being
Powerful.
said, Michael Geyer decided, we're going to go ahead and make a movie.
Wow.
And so now he's teamed up with DDS for Vets, and when the movie comes out, the proceeds will come to DDS for Vets so we can help more guys.
And you just recently gave the service dog to someone with the PTSD, a veteran with the PTSD. Can you tell
Yeah.
us a little bit about that experience?
Oh, it was great. My biggest goal was to bring in some of the Marines that were wounded in the 2021 Afghanistan exit.
What a mess.
That should never have happened.
What a
They should
travesty.
never have been injured.
Agreed.
But Gretzin was about 15 feet from the bomber.
Oh,
And
no.
so he was injured. He doesn't have use of his left arm. So we had Shyla, and Shyla is a purebred black German Shepherd, and they just bonded. PTSD, Gretzin had that severely. He did come to the gala last year, very quiet, him and Tree, another injured Marine. And to see them with a dog today, Gretzin is going all over. And we actually just sent him back. He went back to Camp Pendleton, and he has videos of him walking all around, and everyone just can't get over it's the same person.
Wow.
Because he
Wow.
has that. I mean, it's so heartwarming. Michael Colton, he's the one who trained the dog. The dogs are able to tell when that their dark side's starting to come in with the PTSD. Evidently, the body gives a chemical smell.
Oh, wow.
And Shiloh either put his head right on his lap or get right in front of him, put his paws on his shoulders, and just look eyeball to eyeball. And it's basically that concentration on
Wow.
That's amazing.
Training
That is amazing.
that goes
Yeah,
in
that's
there.
just-
Oh,
and the
it's just
instincts.
mind blowing. It's just, and again, I can't say enough about Colton. We're truly blessed.
How long is this training program?
About a year and a
dogs.
half,
Oh
year
my
to year and a
God.
half. So now we have Tree that's coming in, and he's coming in from Camp Pendleton, and he's coming in September, and he will receive Zeus. So he'll come in so he can start the training with Colton. So the gala on October 7th,
Yes.
we'll be able to do the presentation, and this way the dog's already been acclimated a little bit to
Okay.
Tree. The wonderful part about this, Tree is from the Navajo Indian tribe.
Oh,
So the
Awesome.
Navajo Indian have a corporation that's actually they're contracted by the DOD.
wow.
Okay.
And they called us and they said, we'd like to give a donation. We want to sponsor Tree for everything that we've
That's
been able to
amazing.
help him with. So we were thrilled. And yesterday I had a conference with them, and they are going to their employees that also want to give to a charity. And DDS for Vets was chosen as that
Oh,
charity.
how
And
fantastic.
the Navajo Indian, that they're going to match that.
That Navajo reservation, Carol used to do a lot of television stories up there, is just amazing.
Oh.
And Navajo Community College is, is very famous for, I think they've got Rhodes Scholars. I mean,
Excellent.
you think about everything that they have to overcome
Yep.
Right.
just to get to a junior college.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then just excellence.
Yes, that is so inspiring. So how long, when the veteran meets the dog for the training, for him to be able to go off with the dog, how long is that training?
4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks, actually.
So, and
with
that's
him.
what we cover. So that 21,000 to 60, that is covering training the dog, feeding the dog, the trainer feeding the dog. The trainer's with them 24/7.
Wow.
So you can say, well, $60,000, that's too much. Well, what job would you work 24/7
Right.
for 60,000? Go ahead
60,000.
and divide that by
Yeah.
hours.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Not too many would.
Yeah.
So it takes 4 to 6 weeks, and that includes the lodging,
Okay.
transportation, and their food.
Okay.
We don't want them to have any worries. We want them, you're
Yes.
going to meet the dog. You need to concentrate
Just
on what you're
focus
doing
on it.
with the
Absolutely.
dog.
Yep.
And there have been times where a veteran has left without the dog.
Really?
It wasn't a fit.
Okay. All right.
It wasn't
Really?
a fit. You have to remember, we have to be we have to keep care for the dog as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 So you have an interest in the dog.
They
and
have, you apply. We have you go through counseling, and then the counselor has to sign off to us
Okay. Okay.
that it's okay for you to have the dog.
Wow.
So there is a process.
Okay.
And it must be so rewarding for you, because I know you've shared with me some of the stories, at first, how the veteran was very reticent to go into a public restaurant, anything, and then a week later or 2 weeks later, he's a little more confident. At the end, he has a smile on his face because he has his dog with him, and you can see the peace of mind that you've been able to provide to him, and it's just it must be just amazing.
It is. It's the best. You know what? I have such a passion for this, and it's priceless. When you reach out and help.
Yeah.
It's priceless.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really is. And we have another veteran just through Tree and Gretson, and he was in the Afghanistan exit, and he says, I want a dog. You got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're working on that.
And that's the way it should be. We need to help them for everything that they've done for us, the sacrifice they've given. That's the least we can do, is to help their transition and help them with their PTSD. Joe, I know we have a major gala coming up on October 7th, which is so exciting. This is the first one Christine and I will be attending.
Oh, I thought you weren't last year. You didn't?
No, we weren't
but
at
we
last
saw
year,
the
but we
pictures.
saw
I'm
the
like,
pictures.
why weren't we at that?
So-
The greatest feeling on that is people who have been there for the first time.
And then see how
They
much is
literally, no exaggeration, will come up. I had no idea it was going to be like this.
Yes.
How long have you been doing the gala?
This will be our third year.
Your third. Okay.
Yeah, we
okay.
had COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We had to skip a year.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's a black tie event. The
Mm-hmm.
keynote speaker is Ray Kashkar this year, which is a legendary SEAL. And Deb, you want to tell us a little bit about Ray Kashkar?
Yeah, he went ahead and rescued Captain Phillips And,
Oh, wow.
yes.
So he's been a little active in his career.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He's amazing. He's a national speaker, and you talk about energy. You can talk to him or listen to him, and you will go out feeling you can just take over the world.
Really?
He's
so
that
inspiring.
great. And we really want to thank Armed Forces Brewery for that, because they're sponsoring him coming in. And he's actually a partner in Armed Forces Brewery with Rob O'Neill. And Rob O'Neill is the one that had killed bin Laden. So they're just great guys. And we're having
Top of the food chain with the
Yeah.
Navy
You
SEALs.
just hang out with a bunch of unknown people. That's your problem.
Yeah, very boring careers in the military
Oh
for
my
those two.
God.
God, I feel so honored to be your friend.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
And this is then General Bolduc, General Donald Bolduc. He headed up the 12 horsemen who fought ISIS. And so he was not on the horse. I want to really make that clear. I had a SEAL call me up. He did not ride the horse. I'm like, okay. So he did head that up.
Okay, headed up the mission, which
And
is
he has
such a
led
story.
Thousands and thousands of men. And he will be there with his service dog,
Wow.
Victor.
Okay,
Oh.
And
excellent.
so he will be there. And then we'll have Stu Scheller. And as you know, Stu Scheller, he spoke up about the Afghanistan exit, and the leaders weren't doing what really they were supposed to do, and he was upset about it. And so 17 years in the Marines, he's out, and they stripped him of all his benefits. And you know what?
Oh, brother.
I'm going to say this personally.
Please.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Especially now with the way the world is right now and things people are getting away with. No,
Yeah.
it's totally wrong. And we're going to have Ian Vandersteel. So we're very, very excited. We do have 3 other top guests, and I just can't mention them until I have it in writing, and I know that solidified. But we're very excited.
Well,
So
okay.
when is it? October
Yeah.
7th?
It's
What time?
October 7th. It starts from 5 to 6 is cocktails, and then from 7 to 9 is the presentation. And 9 o'clock we're going to have an after party,
Yes.
and we have country singer Tom Jackson coming in, and so he'll go ahead and he'll have the live entertainment. That's one thing. Everybody loved the gala, but there were many people that like to dance and
Wanted to
Sure.
do
get
something.
up.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those. I
Okay.
can sit and listen to somebody. I'm not one to, but I listened.
Chris
I'm
is
giving.
a big dancer. Me, not so much.
Just sitting with you and letting her.
You were not set. You can get to my husband.
Yeah, exactly. When
I'm
she
like,
does
no,
drag
I don't
me.
want to dance again, Chris.
Exact
Yeah,
opposite.
so that's fantastic, and that is going to be held at the Hutchison Shores.
Yeah, Hutchinson Shores Resort
Yes.
and Spa in Jensen
which
Beach.
is a great location to have.
They
an
are
event like that.
wonderful. They are so good to us. And so if you go to our website, you'll be able to purchase your tickets. We have a lot of rooms blocked off, but they're going very quickly.
Okay.
So if people want rooms, I strongly suggest.
Thank you for
Now,
the
in fact,
reminder.
Sean went ahead and he got a suite. So
Oh,
did he?
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
We'll
Well-
we'll
Yeah.
definitely be staying that night for certain.
Make sure you get a suite.
And how can people find? What's the website for
Yes.
people to purchase tickets?
if you go to www.dds as in Sam, numerical number 4, vets, vets.org. So it's www.ddsforvets.org.
Perfect.
Excellent.
When we get a little closer, you need to come back and do a public
Yep.
service announcement, and we'll get it on the air.
Thank you. I
Definitely.
appreciate that.
Do it in English
Absolutely.
and Spanish.
And you know, the Treasure Coast is so great because I couldn't do this myself. I'll tell you what, I've got the greatest advisor. God just did this. I'm just serving, and He's putting everything together. And people are helping me. This is not me. I'm just serving, and I've just been so blessed to have people coming into my life. When I first started this, General Bolduc, his assistant or someone called and said, General Bolduc wants to talk to you. Well, I was at Keller Williams at the time, and you know the jokesters there, and I'm like, okay, someone's playing a joke on
Absolutely,
me.
that would be my first thought.
So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, was it Chris that was playing that joke?
I know better than to mess with that.
like Mr. Dave Gates.
Yes.
So anyway, next day, 3:00, my phone rang, and I know it's polite. He's like, you don't really believe it's me? I'm like, no. I said, you live in New Hampshire. Why would you call me here in Florida? I said, how did you get my name? Doesn't remember. The girls don't remember how they got my name and number. And then from that day forward, he was part of DDS for Vets and contention. So I've had other people, they're like, I don't know why I'm here, and it sounds strange. I get that, but that's a God's honest truth.
Okay.
The fact is, it's working.
Yeah, and
exactly.
And you say you have a lot of people that help you and support you, and you couldn't do it without them. But Deb, I know for a fact, and the amount of work and effort that you put towards this cause and the dedication you have. I think you took one day off recently. Didn't you have, or maybe a couple hours or an hour in the sun? I saw that picture, and you're like, oh, I get a moment to relax.
Yeah, it was my birthday. My husband and one of my best friends, like, you can't work. We're going down to Sailfish Marina, our own stomping grounds. And I was like, no, I can't. And you're going. And I'll tell you what, it was the best 7 hours.
Oh, good. Well, you definitely
kind
deserve
of like
it.
Decompress.
Absolutely.
So,
And that's the beautiful thing, and I think we're all on the similar page that when you give back, when your focus for your work is giving back and bringing value to your clients, bringing value to the veterans, and being passionate about that, that's really how you become successful and able to manage and to do the great work that you do. We just couldn't be more proud to be a part of this wonderful organization. And again, we're so honored that you invited us in to be a part of it. And we're so excited for the gala. Oh my goodness, the black tie. I don't remember the last time I put on a tux, but it's been some time, so it's going to be a real exciting night. And to see everything happening and the giving back and to hear the stories from the veterans, it must be just so moving to see them in person tell their stories.
It is. And National Veterans Alliance, we're so blessed to have you on board as well. And so veterans from all over, if you're looking to buy or sell, please contact me, and we're going to get you right over to Chris and Christine.
Yep, we would love
Absolutely.
to help out.
And tell them how the veterans can get a hold of you, Deb.
They can go ahead and reach me at 561-246-0566.
Excellent. And that's our focus, is taking care of the veterans. And we're very proud and very energetic, and we're going to bring you the service that you deserve.
Now, at the gala,
Yeah.
are the dogs there as well?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Isn't that fantastic?
And
Yeah,
they
it
are
is.
extremely trained, and they do not bat an eyelash. They are right there by the veteran side and do not leave. They will, even if you're going up to the veteran, the dog will get up and block you.
Really?
Wow.
And just, not growl.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Will
right,
just
right,
get up
but-
and they just block. They
Protects
just
them.
It's
would-
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a barrier there
There's
to
a-
make sure the veteran wants you to come. That's amazing.
Do they get a plate of food?
No. They're working.
They're working.
Eat when go home.
Oh, the military, they're definitely
Whoa.
tough rules.
Serious.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
So if folks can't attend the gala, right, or there's other ways that they can give to your organization. So
If they go to the site,
Yep.
they'll be able to go to the sponsorship site, and we have these different sponsorships. So we've got a few that are still available.
okay, perfect.
I don't know them off the top of my head, but
Right.
go to the site.
They're all on the
make sure you
site.
do.
Yes, that's clear. So that's very exciting. And
That's DDS4vets.org. Just one more
Correct.
time.
Thank
if
you.
you want to give, or if you want to attend that wonderful event that I apparently need to go shopping for a dress.
Uh-oh.
Another
Here we
shopping
go.
trip.
But you know what the best part is? I cannot tell you how many guys they go to Carditas to get the
Sure.
Okay.
the
The
tux.
tux, yeah.
They take a selfie and they send it to me
Do they?
with a tux. Is this one okay?
Oh,
And
Getting
I'm laughing.
permission.
Because
I'm
you're-
like, you got to be kidding me.
so you're also, so you also give fashion advice.
fashion advice. Okay.
that's
She's a
good to
fashion
know.
consultant.
Well, now I know to go ahead and do that. To
Yes.
send it to make sure it's
Yeah,
Deb
but you actually
approved.
don't. It just I just think it's funny.
No, we
It's-
absolutely are.
It's hysterical. They take pictures of themselves, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Now, is the dog wearing a tux?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but he does
No.
have his vest on
Oh.
with the patch DDS for vets, but he has the full military vest on.
Wow.
Wow.
And we'll have security there too, because some of the dignitaries, that I haven't mentioned that will be there. We have full security from our Florida security. Richard Stein. He's
Excellent.
awesome.
Wow.
He is awesome.
Excellent. That's good to feel nice and safe, although we're around all these veterans that have done quite a
Right.
bit of combat, so I feel very
That's
safe
right.
with them anyway. But it's nice to have that added layer, which is definitely exciting.
Yeah,
Well, that's
wonderful.
fantastic.
Well,
Wow.
this has been great.
It's flying. You've got about 4 minutes left. I see you're wearing a Keller Williams luxury.
Yeah, let's talk
outfit.
about that.
What
Well,
i- what is
actually,
that?
so there's a luxury division within Keller Williams, and you have to qualify to be part of the luxury division. So, Chris, he can talk a little bit about that because I'm riding his coattails right now, but I will be right there with him. But yes, he did get this honor, which is fantastic because we don't just deal with the luxury. We're in all levels, but the luxury is a really important part of the brand.
Absolutely, it really is, and we sell from houses from $200,000 for condos, and we sell in the millions, which is fantastic. So we help all different price points, but it is a real honor to be part of the luxury division and have the added exposure that we're able to generate for people within the luxury division. And the Keller Williams defines luxury as anything over $700,000. So that's how it's defined in our area. Different areas, if you go to California, New York City, obviously the 700,000 is entry level.
That's a garage in Los Angeles.
Absolutely. So yes, and it's funny talking about affordability. When I started real estate in '95, the average sales price was $80,000. Here in Port St. Lucie, and now we're over $400,000. So so it's definitely appreciated. Real estate is an investment that you can never go wrong with.
Never.
No, unless you have to sell at a specific time, whether the market goes up or down, which it typically does every 10 years. As long as you could hold out and wait for that upswing, you're always going to make out wonderful in real estate. So that's why we always advise people. It's the safest investment you could ever make.
Yeah, the ways to make money is the stock market or real estate. And with the volatility of the stock, where you just don't know, right? You can make a whole lot of money there, or you can lose a whole lot of money there.
It's a
And
roller coaster.
It is a roller coaster.
You just don't get off.
Right. But I just think about, I purchased my townhome 2 years ago, and what I could sell it for today is almost double. It's just crazy. It's just crazy how the...
And our little house is almost triple what we paid for it. It's like, oh my
So
goodness.
exciting.
I know.
It's so exciting.
It is exciting.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely, in our small little town that's not so small anymore. So it's very exciting, and we're just scratching the surface of the potential, in St. Lucie County, and so we're very, very excited to be a part of it, from the beginning and going forward.
And I actually live in Martin County. So I'm back in Martin County. I've been in Martin County probably for about 9 years now, but I was in St. Lucie County prior to then. But yeah, this whole Treasure Coast is it's amazing. And everybody's talking about real estate. There's a lot of people talking about investing, buying properties, doing Airbnbs, whatever. There's just plenty of ways to make money if you're investing in real estate. And then, also we'd love to help anyone with selling their house or buying their home. So connecting sellers and buyers. That's
So
what we
what's
do.
your phone number?
Oh,
Our
well,
phone number, it's 772-201-9115 for myself, Chris.
and then my phone number is 772-971-7111.
Or you can go to our website, Miret Team, MIRETTEAM.com.
Yes.
All right. That sounds great. And one more time for our vets group.
It's www.ddsforvets.org, and you can reach me at 561-246-0566. If you're a veteran in need, give us a call.
Absolutely.
Boy, this is amazing. And I just can't believe this hour is almost gone. It's incredible. So what have you got for us next week?
Well, that's a surprise.
Yes.
You're going to surprise us.
Yes.
That's
gonna
even better.
Keep you hanging on that one.
There we
Here,
go.
yeah.
I love
I haven't
that.
even told Chris yet.
Yeah. There you go.
But it's been so great having you, Deb.
Yes,
thank
thank
you
you
so much
so
for
much.
taking
Amazing.
time
Thank
out
you.
of your very busy schedule. Thank you for all that you do and for your team. We really love the work that you do, and we
I
so
appreciate
appreciate
it. And thank you.
Absolutely. We're honored to be a part with you.
We are so blessed to have you guys on board. I
feel the
sincerely
same.
mean that.
We feel the same.
We're going to do a lot together.
Yes,
I
we
can't wait.
certainly are.
Can't wait.
See you next week.
Hello, I'm Chris.
And I'm Christine with the Miret Team of Keller Williams Realty.
Looking for a knowledgeable and trustworthy real estate agent? Look no further than the Miret Team.
With 28 years experience and over 3,000 satisfied clients, we are committed to helping you navigate the complex real estate market.
The Miret Team is the perfect partner for all of your home buying and selling needs.
Contact us for a free home market evaluation or visit our website, miretteam.com. That's MIRETTEAM.com.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.